What the fuck is up, everybody? Welcome to the Fckry with Leslie Jones and Lenny Marcus. I'm Lenny Marcus.
And I'm Leslie Jones.
That is her. And this is the podcast where the mission is to keep it 100 at all times. We talk about the fuckery going in the world and in our lives and have a whole lot of fun doing it. In the studio today, tennis legend, award-winning sports broadcaster Mary Carillo is here, and I cannot wait. And, of course, the Fckry of the week. But first, what the fuck is up, Leslie? Are you in one piece? Since our last show, you got a bug. You're on your deathbed. What happened?
I don't know, man. I think it's a sinus
Is it New
infection.
York?
It's New York. New York hates me. It
hates your nose for sure.
It just takes my whole system and just makes it a piece of shit. And so I was sick as fuck. Like I woke up in chill pain. Like it was painful. Like it was like painful chills.
Yeah.
Like it hurted. Like I was like nauseous, and I was like, damn, I hope this is not fucking COVID, because I was like, could this be COVID? So I kept testing, it was negative, and I was like, what the fuck?
And then you woke up the next day, not bad.
Woke up the next day, not as bad, but today I got sniffles. I think it's all the mucus coming out. I'm just like,
maybe it is a sinus infection.
Yeah, so I got some antibiotics coming or whatever.
Oh, well, that's good.
That should take care of it. I mean, I don't fucking know.
You good enough, though, yesterday to go to the game with my wife?
Yeah, we had a good time, though. We had a good time at the game. We always have a good time with Gina.
Oh, my God. But you had a lot of celebrities there. Come on.
There was. We were sitting by Edie Falco and we didn't even know.
What?
Did she tell you? Because when they put her on the camera, we was like, oh, shit, that's Edie Falco. I was like, get the fuck out of here. And I was like, oh, my God, I love you. She was like, I love you. And I was like, fuck. Like, that's so crazy.
Oh, my God.
Then I met Michael Eli.
Ely.
Okay, whatever.
It could be Eli. I don't know.
Eli, I don't know. He was fine as fuck. That's all I know. And
Gina
Michael
says you were putting on your mega when you saw.
Oh my God, I totally did the flutter shit. I totally did the, oh my God, I clutched the pearls. And then I was talking to him and I was just like, oh my God, my favorite line in the show was when you said the potential, it's the potential for me. And
what show is that?
It is Reasonable Doubt.
Oh,
and he was like, oh yeah. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm going to regret this later. When I get home, I'm going to be like, oh my God, the potential. That's what the fuck you said.
Was he tall?
He was fucking perfect.
Perfect.
He was I wanted to bite his face. Oh my God. He was so fucking gorgeous. I was just
he was so gorgeous I bit his face.
He was and then he was my height too. And
boy.
He just green eyes.
Yeah.
And he was I say, you haven't aged? Like, you haven't aged.
He was in
all.
barbershop movies. Right?
Yeah, he was in a barbershop movie, but he's in a lot of stuff. He's a great actor. He's in the new Fresh Prince show.
Oh, okay.
And he's just like so hot.
Who did he come with?
But he came with one of his friends. But this is the thing too, I have to point out. Gentleman like a motherfucker. Laughing, just was so giddy and just like laughing at me be goofy and stuff. It was really nice. It's always nice when you meet him in there.
So Gina's sitting right next to Edie Falco, and then next to you is Tracy Morgan.
Oh my God, and Tracy Morgan is
crazy.
Funny. He's just always funny.
Gina comes home. He's crazy.
He got 16 pounds of gold around his neck.
He looked like a snake.
Yeah. I was like, give me one of them damn chains, man. Let me have one of them chains. But he's always like, Leslie, can't nobody handle you. Can't nobody handle me like you handle me. When we on the stage together, it's just like me and you, Leslie. I was like, I love that dude. He always makes me laugh.
He makes me laugh too. Like we were sitting at the cellar one time, and all of a sudden I hear, boop. Boop, like at the back table, boop, and everybody's looking around like he's telling a story, and we're like, boop, and he goes, don't worry about it. It's just my insulin beeper. He's a diabetic and he's got an insulin pump, and apparently it goes to the phone, and if it goes out of Wi-Fi, then the thing goes off, and we're all like, he's telling the story, and we're like, is this guy about to pass out? Like, you want to check that? I just go, you want to check that, don't you? He goes, nah, I'm good. It's just the Wi-Fi in here sucks. Like,
yeah. Tracy is so he's a special type.
He is a character.
Yeah, he's not nuts though. He's just a character.
He is a character.
Yes.
Did you work? Was he there when you were there? No, he had left.
No, he had already left. But he gave the first time I met Tracy Morgan. I was doing a gig. I don't know what club this was, but he saw me perform, and we had to ride over to another club. And he was like, "Ride with me." And I was like, fucking Tracy Morgan wants me to ride with him. And I was like, I'm in Tracy Morgan's truck. This is fucking cool as fuck, right? Yeah. And he right then, he gave me one of the best pieces of advice. He was like, first of all, get you a place here in New York, even if it's a fucking rented room, where you can close the door and go in there and let go of all the shit that's going to happen to you when you're out in this field. He said, nobody need to see what the fuck you feel like ever.
Wow.
Like, you need to, like, back in the day, I used to be a real sheriff. Like, I used to be very, like, come in, do my shit, get the fuck out. I didn't really fuck around.
Right.
Like, even when we first started going on the road, you used to be like, yo, you don't want to go see? No, I don't want to see shit.
Right.
All I want to see is my fucking bed.
Right.
Get me to the fucking venue, do the show, and get me to the airport.
Right.
But, like, you know, when you get older, of course, that change, you get money, you get softer, whatever. But I used to be that type of motherfucker. Like now, the problems that I have, I wouldn't have had them back in the day. Man.
True.
Because people did not fuck with me either.
Right.
Because they
That's
knew,
the difference.
You know, they knew not to fuck with me.
Right.
You know, so I don't know what the fuck has changed.
Well, I mean, you're famous now. You can't walk down the street as soon as you walk in anywhere.
But I'm saying, like, just fucking with me with fuck shit. Like, I mean, like, everybody still should be scared of me. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
I think they're pretty scared.
No, I don't think so. Not enough. Not enough for them to still bring the fuck shit that I get sometimes. But
well, I mean, and you know, they still look at you for most of the stuff you do. It's joyous and happy and whatever. Oh, she's so huggy.
Yeah, and it's so fucking annoying. It's so fucking annoying. It's annoying because it's like I am in a part of my life where I'm trying to let go of like a lot of shit, just like trying to really just live on that side of, because it's hard being like at this level and still have to maintain this and trying to figure out what avenues and shit that I still seem to not fit into in this fucking business. And it's just like it's like I can see somebody doing something and be like, fuck, why am I not? Or it's.
Well, they always like to put you in a lane. And this is everybody. They never found anything for me to do. You know, other than writer. That was it. Oh, he's a writer. Like, what? You couldn't come up with anything else?
Right.
But it was like, you know, when they had a fat guy, like, he's the fat guy. He's the fat guy in the show.
Right.
He's the fat guy. You know what I mean? So some people are just so super obvious. You know, that whatever. And everybody else is like, you have, for some reason, you got to do the work. Like, you guys figured out. She's super talented.
It's fucking hard, though, still. It's always still fucking just annoying and very, I don't know, frustrating sometimes. Just like when I can sit and watch stuff and be like, it's very much what I used to feel at SNL when they would write these sketches and you'd be like, I want to be in the sketch.
Yeah.
Why can't I be in the sketch? But you think I can't be in the sketch because you think I'm going to overtake the sketch.
Right.
And that's not what's going to happen. You know, so it's like, and then what their point would be, you don't understand what your power is.
Right.
You're just going to, and it's just like, that's insulting to tell me that I don't know how to make that right. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's work it.
Right.
You know, so I don't fucking know.
It's frustrating.
Very frustrating, but you know, someone is listening to this going, yeah, bitch, fuck. I
Champagne problems.
Exactly. I still can't pay my light bill. So, you know.
Well, Leslie, this is our last show of season 1, we're calling it. It's number 36. That's what we contracted for. We may or may not be back. Ironically, contract talks are fuckery.
You don't want to hear what I have to say.
I know.
If I say what I want to say, they ain't, listen,
let's just say thank you then.
I'm not going to say fucking shit.
What?
Because let me explain something to you. And I do. And I thank everybody that worked with us. I thank the people that did the work with us.
Yes.
That's what I think. I thank Judith. I thank Jordan. I thank Pais and Jared and Dan. Stephens.
Abby, Corey,
all of
July,
them.
Cody, Colin.
Yeah, all of them. But
Jeff,
like, it's
Gross.
like, I'm mad at Colin right now, but I know Colin don't have much to say. I know he don't have much to say.
It's over
but this is what I'm gonna say. Because I was gonna put this in my Fckry of the week, but I can say this really strong right now. It's a lot of shit needs to fucking change.
Yeah.
You know, I am out here like fucking burning lives in this motherfucker, trying to fucking make sure shit is right, make sure it, and it's just always seems like the bigger entity that you think is the bigger entity, that's not going to be the entity that you think you is, and then you're going to try to jump on another. It's like you don't see the potential of what this fucking has, but I do, and I see what's going to happen, and it pisses me off when I'm trying to get people on board early.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you on this train early. I'm trying to get you on this train early because this is the train. I know you think Conan. Conan's great. I think Conan's fucking funny. The other dude, what's Howard? Great. These are fucking legends. Boom, boom, boom. They done made they fucking millions. They done did they shit around the sun. So it just feels like you're not gonna fucking punish them, but you will come to the black woman and ask her to fucking sacrifice her shit. And that pisses me the fuck off because I'm working my motherfucking ass off and I'm doing quality fucking work. And I'm trying to get you on this train because let me tell you something, whether you believe it or not, I am the shit. And I am the fucking shit. I am on the pinnacle of blowing up into something that is going to be a star that motherfuckers are going to make goddamn constellations off of. And let me tell you something, how dope this is. And do you know how much shit I'm not going to give when you try to jump on the train then? I'm going to tell you to get the fuck out my face. So I tell everybody now, right now, jump on this train. The tickets are running out. I'm about to fire all of the ticket sellers because there's no more room. And I'm telling you right now, when this train becomes Snowpiercer, because it is, you will not be invited on that motherfucker. And I'm letting everybody know. This could be my fuckery of the week because I am so fucking tired of everybody fucking doubting me. I am tired of everybody.
Wait.
I'm tired of everybody thinking that I'm so tired of. I'm tired of proving myself. And from now on, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let everybody fucking know. You not fucking with me? Nah, I'm not fucking with you.
Well, I like the Snowpiercer analogy until I realized that every car in Snowpiercer you got to go through and beat the living shit out of the next group.
That's the type of train. That's the type of train I have.
Oh man,
you got to survive this train.
Well, I know who wants to get on the train, and it's Mary Carillo because she loves you, and I cannot wait to interview her.
Yes,
we will be right back with Mary Carillo right after this. All right, welcome back to the show. Now it's time for Who the Fuck Is This?
Who the fuck is this?
Where we welcome and interview special guests on the show. Today we have one of the most widely recognized television broadcasters who works for an array of networks. She covers tennis, the National Dog Show, the Olympic Games for NBC Sports, and she serves as a reporter, narrator, and host for HBO Sports. She's the longest-running correspondent on HBO's Real Sports with Brian Gumbel since joining the show in 1996. Over the course of her sports journalism career, she has received many accolades, including being inducted into the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame in 2018, right after she met us, I'm sure. Before her broadcasting career began, Mary played professional tennis on the tour from 1977 to 1980. Please welcome Mary Carillo! I'm so excited!
It's so nice to see you guys again.
I'm so excited.
I just was so excited about this. I remember a couple of months ago just waking up and I literally was the first thing on my mind. I was like, I just love Mary. And I think I remember I texted you.
You did.
And I was like, what's up, girl? I was just thinking about you. I freaking love you. Just the first time we met, it was just instant bam.
So tell everybody how you did that.
Well, it was at the Rio Olympics, right?
Yep.
And this is what I remember. Because,
let me hear your version.
Okay, so I think I want to say we was at a main. It was. I don't think it was the Village, but it might have been the Village because I think we were going to meet Tarikio.
And then it was
the IBC, the International Broadcast Center.
Yeah, and then it was something big. So then we came through there, and then there was a little room you was in. You was in there with somebody else, and I was bitching about Bob Costas. I was saying something about his ass.
Because he went for pink eye?
No, it wasn't the pink eye I was bitching about right then. It was something else he did, and I was like, don't nobody give a fuck with it. I was like, fuck Bob Costas. Nobody give a fuck about Bob Costas. This fucking bitch ass.
We're trying to get hired. Be nice.
And I was... And then I was like, ain't that the same motherfucker that went to London games with a pink eye? He don't give a shit about these damn athletes, right? And I think I looked over and Mary was dying laughing. And I said, damn, I know who you are. And you came over and introduced, and we were friends.
That was it. God, I couldn't believe it was you. And what I remember is that Lenny, one of the announcers at NBC that year was Bella Caroli, the famous Hungarian gymnastics coach.
Yes, you was there when I did that stupid shit.
And for a while, she was calling me Mary Caroli.
Yeah.
And I figured, all right. I can be Hungarian. I don't care.
I was literally calling America.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
It was awesome. No, I never wanted to correct that.
Ever. No one ever wanted. And then I did a cartwheel. I think I recorded
Right
that.
down the hall.
I did a cartwheel, ran right into the garment thing. And I was like, I got it right. And he was like, no. No, you don't.
Leslie was showing Bella Caroli that she too was a gymnast of some
And he was just like, I was like, Nadia Comaneci, she was my everything. And I was telling him, he was like, he loved it. Even and then when I did the cartwheel, he was like, oh. And I was like, yep, 10. He was like, no 10. No 10.
But you told that story to him, and I got to hear that too about how you used to pretend you were Nadia Comaneci.
And I told him how I tore up the bathroom. He was dying.
You know that story, right?
Yes.
What, you were hanging off the shower curtain?
It was a shower rod. You know how back in the day they had the ceramic that would hold up the shower rod. That's how old I am. See, now y'all got these little rubber bullshit, so none of that hanging shit would have ever happened back then.
Yeah.
But back in the day, they used to make the hoops out of ceramic that would match the tile. So I was like, what other opportunity than now to show motherfuckers what I'm made of? You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna tell, because I had just tried out for the gymnastic team, and I was too tall. My feet kept hitting the floor on the double. So they was like, nah. So I was like, Ma, they need to just raise the bar.
Exactly.
Because for my height, to fit me. And she was like, nah, baby, they babies. And I was like, no, let me show you. So I was like, one day I'm going to show her, I'm going to practice, and then I'm going to call her in, and I'm going to show her, and she's going to be like, fuck this, let's call a gym, let's call, somebody. So I started swinging, and it literally was working at first, and I was swinging hard too, and that motherfucker said, Bruce. Man, when I say all kinds of ceramic and powder and shit came out the wall, it was pink.
Really?
It was pink ceramic too. It was my mom's favorite. She loved it, and you can hear it. It was like, swoosh.
So hey, was it at that moment that your mom said, "Gymnastics, you're right, is for you"?
Yeah.
No, I got my ass whooped. Like I was butt naked.
So you didn't get a
too.
10? You didn't get a 10 for that?
No, I got a 10 rating ass whooping. My mom said 10 on that ass. She was like, how the fuck you thought this shit was gonna work?
Wait, did your mom really talk like that?
Are you kidding right there?
You got that from your sainted mother?
My mother was a motherfucker. Let me explain something to you.
That's a song.
She was sweet. She was sweet around everybody else, but that motherfucker, I was scared of that bitch. And let me tell you something. When my dad got home, she said, you go in there and you kill that motherfucker. You kill her. God damn it, she fucked my bathroom up. You just see what she did to my bathroom. So he went in there and looked in the bathroom, and he looked, and then he came into my room like he was going to, come discipline me, and he closed the door, and he was just like, oh, you crazy. he just started dying. He was like, I can't.
Wait, did he think it was funny?
He thought it was hilarious. He was dying.
So they had different senses of humor.
Oh my God. It was like sometimes I would get in so much trouble with her because he would be laughing at the dumb shit I would be doing, and he'd just be like, just leave her alone. She's a fucking
Well, didn't
idiot.
you break the bed? You broke the bed.
Oh, I broke everything.
What sport was that?
Oh, Now that actually did get me on the track team. I used to high jump. I would high jump in my bed, and I was good too. And I was like very like loose with it too. I didn't give a fuck. I would like, woo.
So you did the Fosbury flop thing?
Man, that was my favorite shit. So my dad saw me doing it one day. He was like, how the fuck you break the bed? He was like, no, show me what you did to break the bed. And I was like, okay. And I showed him, and he was like, oh, and he made me get on the track team.
Did your parents divorce at any point in your childhood?
No, they just died.
Dealt with it.
They dealt with each other and us, and just reared off the teachers from trying to put me in an insane asylum. There was a couple of teachers that really wanted to commit me, like
really.
And my dad was just like, she's just funny.
Yeah.
She's just a
but
silly little
they didn't
kid.
know you were funny? They just saw you were a pain in
my
the...
dad has a picture. He took a picture of me that I showed him. I think I was in the 5th or 6th grade, and he was like, put this because this will always prove that you're crazy. Because he just caught me in this moment where I was just looked like I had just did something absolutely not right, and he was like, you're fucking crazy, and this picture proves that you're crazy. So he knew that I was crazy.
But that was a form of ID? Here I am.
much.
Yeah, they're crazy.
You could have used that today, trying to get into this film.
into the building.
Here I am.
If that would
Don't
work.
mess with me.
You've been at like so many Olympics. You've been
Yes.
since 1992.
Yeah.
I've been
Albert
at 15.
15 Olympics.
15 of them.
Wow.
And get this, Leslie,
up.
this is how good she is. You said in the early days as an Olympic commentator, somebody would ask me, have you ever covered skiing? Are you interested? I would say, absolutely. My attitude has been yes. The answer is yes, until proven otherwise. I've encouraged both my children to treat life the same way. If interesting, say yes. If you can't do it, they'll let you know.
Exactly right. They'll tap you on the shoulder.
Yeah.
But you didn't know anything is
not?
the point, and then you said
I
yes,
didn't,
yes,
but
yes. and
my
you learned.
attitude was, how hard can it be? You know, the fastest one down the hill wins. I mean, even I know that, right?
Right.
And my first questions were usually, are you all right? Does your mother know you do this? Like, what? Like, it was, so, you know, yeah, that's how you get to know.
Oh my God.
But yeah, just say, don't have it. Isn't that what you've done?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had a kid, that's what I would tell him to do. But I think I would have been a strict parent.
Strict? Yeah, a little strict.
I would have been strict as
It's
fuck.
the same thing. It would have propagated itself down the line. But we both love the Olympics. That's why
Yes.
we love going.
Well, you got to
No,
come to Paris.
I
wanna come to
worshipped the Olympics because I watched it with my father. That was the event. And back in the day, the Olympics used to be an event.
It was big. Everybody stayed home to watch the
ABC.
Olympics.
It was 2
Yeah.
weeks. 2 weeks, people would take off.
And it was the only thing on TV. So it was like, that's what you
Yes.
watched.
They would show it on every channel, right?
Yeah.
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 The Olympics.
No,
It's
ABC. ABC had the Olympics.
But I just remember seeing it. Everything else
was a big
still pointed
Focused around the
towards
Olympics.
going
Yeah.
to watch the Olympics.
I think
Well,
so.
we got to get you to Paris because the Paris games are going to be great. I
am trying.
You got
yo,
to. I got to. I wish I had juice because I would really.
I do not. I've never been to Paris. I've been everywhere, but not. I've never.
Oh, we were just talking about
There's
this.
nothing to see.
Yeah, I don't want to go to no love city and shit. I be fucking pushing motherfuckers in river, and I want a French motherfucker to be mean to me, so I can be like, let me explain to you what the fuck French really is. Let me give you some French, bitch.
You don't
gonna
like
be
the language?
No, it's not that, but I heard that they assholes. So, like, I don't feel like going over there and then I have to check somebody.
Well, that could be a gross understatement. I mean,
It's very
Really?
pretty. You'd like it there.
No. I would love to just
get your
I would love to
reaction.
get your. I would love
Yeah.
to take you around that city and let you
Well,
see it.
you know, I'm a traveler. I like to do stuff. I like to go out. I do. I go out. I don't like to travel.
I'm sorry, what?
I used to like to travel,
Okay.
but I like traveling with Lenny because Lenny makes me go out and go to places.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Mary's the same. She'll make you go to see all the sites and.
because like during the Olympics, he was making me do shit. No, I was
that's-
making him kind of do stuff too. South
yeah.
Korea was so fun.
I mean, and
was
I
fun.
loved because I got to sit with you at. Remember, we went to
yes.
to cover trampoline, and you're there like, this is a sport. If I knew that, I used to love the trampoline.
Oh my God. I was like, what? Do you see how high? This is some bullshit. This is all they doing is jumping up in the bed. That's what the fuck. Remember we went to curling and it made me so angry.
Yeah, she hates curling.
I
love
was
curling.
so angry because I was hot. It started getting hot in there, and I was like, "These little this is some bull. Get me the fuck out of here!" I was so mad.
Yeah, curling didn't really. Yeah, and curling is sweeping. I mean, you must have swept as a kid. You probably would have been great
that
at curling.
shouldn't be. Yeah, but I wasn't no Olympic. If I knew I could get in the Olympics, I would have did it more. That's for sure. But then we did the bicycle thing when they had the little thin wheels
Going around in circles.
Oh my God, we had so much fun.
We had a great time.
We went to the ice dancing event. It was the Shibatanis. Remember that? The brother sister.
Yeah.
We're at the finals, and we've met them, and they love her and whatever. And it's it's 12 hours ahead, so they're going prime time back to the States, and they warm up, and then they go to commercial. You could tell they're coming out of commercial, and the place is pin drop quiet because it's South Korea. They're very respectful. You can hear them, the ice, and we're about halfway up mid stadium.
Yeah.
And then Leslie decides in front of this entire 16,000 people to go, Shibatanis! Right? And I am just sinking, just lower and lower.
So I guess
and lower.
they heard you.
Yeah, they heard
They
you. They
loved it.
stop, they look up, and they give her the heart symbol.
They
and
loved
they're like,
it.
we love you.
Of course they
give her
did.
like, and we were like, and then of course 20 Koreans are like, no. For the next 10 minutes, I was like, oh, it's okay, we won't do it again. We won't do it again.
And I was like, that's crazy. And then they would have the famous Korean people, the Korean stars of the country would come on the screens and go, shh.
Yeah.
You're getting
It was
this
like
show.
they had a Korean Pitbull, they had a Korean Julia Roberts, they had a
The
Korean
K-pop
Tom,
kids, all the K-pop
Tom
kids.
Hanks. It was incredible.
Well, when you challenged me or I'd challenge you to table tennis.
That shit was the funniest shit ever.
So Lenny, we were all the way over on the end, and they were getting kind of pissed that we were taking so much time because she got dressed up, man.
Right.
She was ready for war.
Here it comes.
Oh, here it comes. And see how we're over here. The Chinese ping pong people are all the way on the end,
They
and
thought
we
I
were
was a
making
real
so
athlete.
much noise.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to win a gold medal, and she's
Leslie.
screaming
They wasn't
and
competing,
throwing
they
her
was
paddle.
practicing.
Oh, okay.
They were practicing, but still, they were trying to concentrate.
Look at you.
And look at her. Look at this getup. I mean, she was.
You never seen none of these? I never seen
Yeah.
it.
But now Mary here, it's even more embarrassing.
Yeah. Oh no, it was.
Let me explain something to you. I was talking so much shit, and I won. I actually
What?
won.
No.
Yeah. Yes, I did. I won.
Mary, no.
I won. I have the video.
All right.
I have the video where
It
you
was
proclaimed
heavily
me
edited.
as winner.
Okay, all right,
You
fair.
proclaimed me as
I
winner.
I did.
And I told her, I was like, you shouldn't have took me on. You shouldn't have took me on.
Do you have a favorite Olympics that you've been to? Do you have a favorite one?
I like. Well, the London Games were great. I think the Paris Games next summer are going to be great. But I like the winter sports because these people are all clinically insane.
Yeah.
It's every sport is dangerous. Every
Yeah.
sport
Right,
is
it's
dangerous.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Every sport is a bar bet gone
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Who told you that? Luge?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
no, Benny's telling me about pieces of blade coming off skates that'll scratch your face.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or
Oh,
you-
no, exactly.
How about skeleton?
What?
Front ways.
Skeleton.
That's crazy.
They're just insane.
I know it. Just exactly right. I mean, so because but the reason I think I like the Winter Games is because I get to travel to cities that tennis would never have taken me to. I'm in the Alps.
right.
And I'm meeting
Right.
people who they walk out of their hotel in the morning and they check the weather. They want to know how windy it is, and they want to know how cold. They want to know how the ice is going to play or how the snow is going to
Wow.
be. So like they're taking in information that I've never bothered taking in. So but I got to tell you, so I'm already starting shooting features for the Paris Olympics for next summer, and I'm going to Paris in May. One of them is like French handball because those French guys are very good at handball. They'll probably win gold there. The feature I'm really excited about is a salute to escargot.
Snails.
this.
Wait. I'm going to Burgundy to a snail farm.
She's like, let me take Leslie
A
to
snail farm.
I couldn't.
Oh,
I would-
And the thing is, I didn't even know snails could farm. I mean, I can't wait to see that. You don't eat escargot?
with the shells on them still?
Yeah, you gotta like.
you got to take them out of there.
I don't eat
They're
them.
probably really bigger than the regular snails too. Ooh, I would go just to be like, brr, brr.
All right, maybe you should join me.
I
Yeah.
would
Just
love
for
to
the
be-
sound effects.
Yeah.
I want to do all kinds of stuff. Just with you because we had so much fun. It's just the experience
Yeah, but I got to tell you,
of
and
your
I
straight
know.
game and my craziness.
Yeah, but that's when you do a lot of funny stuff. I think I've seen you in on every possible platform, but when you are just like you're taping it, you've got your phone, I guess, and you're watching MSNBC, Nikki, if you're going crazy, or Nicole Wallace, or if you're watching the Olympics, the stuff you say just out of your brain pan. That is some of the funniest stuff, and that's I think there is a population. I know I'm among them who that is how I'm feeling, and yet I have to say something. I have to dry clean everything I say, and here you are just riffing, and it's hilarious.
It's because that I first of all have no fucks to give anymore. And two, I don't know when it was. I just decided to just be exactly what I am, and I can remember exactly the first clip that I sent out for the Olympics. I can remember the exact first
What was the
one,
sport?
and I remember people went so crazy over it that I was like, oh well, people like this. It was a bike race, and the people who are training them would run after the bikes. So I was like, why is this motherfucker, is you in the race? Get your ass out the way. People got to ride their bicycles. They trying to miss your big ass. And he was like, I said, look at this motherfucker. You gonna catch it. And I posted that, and they were like, holy shit, Leslie, this is hilarious. So,
Yep.
and I just started posting everything I was thinking.
Yeah, that's why it was so great.
Then I think it was like a week. I got a call from the people at the
good
Olympics,
folks at
and
NBC?
they was like, yo, you want to go to Rio? And I called Lauren. I remember calling Lauren, and I was like, Lauren, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. This is my week off. He was like, obviously, it's not your week off. You decided to do this. This is another time.
Lauren Michaels let you off for a week?
No, we were already off. So he was like, it's the Olympics.
Just might as well go.
You can't miss the Olympics. He was like, just fucking go. And I was like, cool. He was like, I'll make sure they take care of you. And they did.
They
It
did.
was
Jim
awesome.
Bell loved you, the guy
oh
who
my
used to
God,
run the
it was
Olympics.
so fun. And then we were right across the street from the volleyball games, the beach volleyball.
Which is like one of the most telegenic sports in
It
the
is.
world.
When
everybody's
I
gorgeous.
say so fun. We had so much fun at them games.
Yeah.
And is Shaun White gonna come back?
I don't know. I'm not
He
sure if
probably
he's
not,
signed
huh?
on. I don't know. He's got other stuff he's doing, but I hope so. He was good. He's very like relaxed. He's very casual.
He's one of
you
the
know?
nicest people
He's
I've
just
ever met,
like,
man.
yeah,
One of
he's
the
just
nicest
very
people.
thoughtful and
All
just
of the Olympians,
Yeah.
like all of them,
Yeah.
just was like, oh, is Lebecky coming back?
Lebecky. I wonder who she
Lebecky.
means. The
Katie
swimmer?
Ledecky.
Katie Ledecky.
Close.
I was close.
It was close.
I was close.
We guessed it.
Yeah, we'll get it.
exactly.
You get it.
You motherfuckers. Catching on. My girl Ledecky, yes.
Yes.
She was, but no, but they were excited to meet you.
Yeah.
You
No,
were the.
that's
you,
the craziest
that-
thing, right?
They were excited to meet her.
Katie's mom chased me through the airport, and I was like, "Oh, I definitely want to meet the lady who had a swimmer like that." Are you kidding me? It was so fun. I was yelling at Michael Phelps. It was just like so fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
when we went to the in Pyongyang, we went to hockey and we sat right on the boards. And
I had never been
to a hockey game.
to a women's hockey, and to a hockey game. Period. And it was I
amazing.
screamed like me and Hillary are
remember.
still friends. I brought her to SNL after that. I was like, this is insanely the best sport I've
She
ever
was
seen.
actually pretty good on SNL.
She was awesome.
She was great.
She was scared to curse out. I was like, don't be scared of him. I was like, I said you could literally hit him with your elbow and kill him. That's how soft Colin is.
No, it was. But when you're just riffing, like when you're just shooting it off of your phone, like at home, and you're
It's so
talking about
amateur.
rhythmic gymnastics. No, that's what's great about it.
That's what's so
because it's
funny.
what everybody else like. This is a sport.
Yeah.
This is like you
I'm
train
telling
10 hours
when
a day
I
for
saw
this?
them chicks bouncing there in a group like they was a swim game, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, my mom wasn't on cue, cuz I was supposed to be in something like that. I was supposed to be in that shit. And they come in and they like dancing by the pool and then woo, 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 and then the motherfuckers jump in the pool. Like, and then I was like, that is some fucking shit. Why I wasn't in the swim game? Them bitches look like they look like they was marching up to tell the dude like, no, my homegirl ain't gonna do that shit.
And because clearly some of these sports you're not that familiar with, and so all of a sudden they bring out a hoop, and you thought, oh, fucking hoop.
Oh, fucking hoop! Did you see how that bitch do that hoop? She ain't got no love in her. She ain't got no love in her. Every sport, it was, oh my God, my favorite was judging the outfits for the ice skating.
There you go.
Oh,
that was your
my
wheelhouse?
Favorite shit. Because sometimes the dude would wear something and I could just tell their personality just by just the seam that goes up the fucking part of their elbow. I'd be like, this motherfucker got a seam on his elbow. He ain't shit.
That's why we love Johnny Weir when we went. They're
he's
so
nice.
the best. Johnny
He's so
Matara, they're the best.
Johnny is my spirit animal.
Oh, I don't blame you.
He definitely is the male version of me.
I did a show for this was back in the Torino games. I had a show. I hosted a 1-hour show. It was on USA Network. It wasn't supposed to do much, at all, but it got to be this cult favorite. And Johnny was on the show. He was still skating. He was still an athlete at that point. And I met him for an interview. And then I said to him, hey, I got an idea. Maybe you can do a couple of segments on our show. You can judge outfits, and we'd call it Weir Eye for the Skate Guy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
And
great.
he did it, and he killed it.
Yeah,
He
I
was
remember
good.
seeing some of those.
So
Yeah.
Very funny.
Because
good.
I was like, boy, you dressed like Patti LaBelle. I love you.
Meanwhile, I want to talk to Terry Gannon about NC State.
Man, I
they're
go off on Terry.
fascinating.
I go off on Terry every time I get a chance to
He
go off
looks
on Terry.
great. Why do you go off on?
He goes because every time they say something damn stupid, I
that's
think Terry
true. He keeps
might
it going.
I think Terry might have
He stepped in it
He
once.
stepped in it once.
What
with
did he say? I don't
said,
remember this.
I do. Thank you very fucking much. Somebody had a wardrobe malfunction. He was like, "Oh wow, somebody's pulling the Janet Jackson." Go fuck yourself, Terry. Hey Terry, don't bring fucking Janet into this, okay, Terry? Stick in your fucking lane.
I'm like,
all right,
calm
Terry?
down. We love Terry.
No, fuck that. That shit. It was a lot of things that the announcers like. I don't think that you're like that. I think you care about the athletes, but some of these motherfuckers feel like they got to get their name in by either being real fucked up or real disrespectful, or I used to do this, so this is why I judge. Well, so does Scott Hamilton, but he doesn't be like an asshole.
He's
I
a
love
dog.
He doesn't
him
be an
too.
asshole
He's so
about
nice.
it. He's so encouraging
He's
because
wonderful.
they don't need to fucking hear that shit. Like, and the thing that was pissing me off, that I was going off on their ass, I was like, let them fucking breathe. They just got out the fucking pool. Can they dry the
She
fuck
wants
off?
a couple more minutes. And
Can
she's
they
right.
get a couple of minutes?
We told that to NBC too. Don't put it right after the
I said,
event.
why do that?
They lose. and
Especially when they
what are you
lose
doing?
and you all up in their face. They trying to cry. I'm trying to cry,
Give 'em
bitch.
a
You want
minute.
this shot?
I have heard you talk about that, but that's called the breathless interview. That's why that shows that you're on the floor. You're right there. You're right off the
We
ice.
know you on the floor. We see your motherfucking ass with the goddamn mics in the goddamn
One
field.
more minute.
What you mean? You get in 1 second, we see your ass.
One more minute.
We on the floor. Who else is out there with them goddamn cameras and mics? But them ain't no goddamn athletes out there with cameras and mics. We know you there.
Wait.
What was it like the family? No, sorry,
That's
the
all right.
family chat. The they had a section. That they
right.
call it something.
No,
Like,
that was in Tokyo when the
Yeah.
COVID. Yeah, everyone had to stay at
they had to
home.
go
Yeah.
to this one area.
To this one area and do
Yeah,
it.
I don't know if that worked
Still,
that well.
even that, no, it didn't.
that
And it was-
that didn't.
It didn't.
play.
It
but
just,
it's still, they came over and they were like, "There's still." He just jumped. Give him a second. You know.
especially if they fall, man. And like, what was that? The skier's name? They kept falling.
Michaela Schifrin.
Oh, in the
When I
last
say-
one.
Oh, when
That
I
killed
say,
me.
when murdered my heart because the girl was going through a lot. Like she had lost her father
just
and
lost her
all
dad.
of that. And I always say no one should, unless you're one of those people. See me, I can take anger, emotion, and all of that, and I thrive. I can use it as gasoline. Like doubts and motherfuckers making me feel. I'll go on stage and be like, more, right? But see, that's me.
It's rocket fuel for you.
Yeah.
Some people it's not. Some people it is a distraction.
She's also going 100 miles an hour down a mountain. You're just speaking. I mean, it's a little different.
Go fuck
I'm
yourself,
just saying.
motherfucker.
Well, I mean, you're not-
Did he just really not? Did he
Bro,
just? I'm making
just
an
saying.
example. I am making a goddamn point,
I'm
son.
just saying, if she gets a little, you get a little
No,
too
no,
angry.
no,
It's
no, I'm
funny.
not
She gets a
saying-
little too angry. She's sitting in a net halfway up a mountain.
You know what? Potatoes, bitch.
It's very similar.
All right, I'll take
It's
it.
very similar.
Speaking of rants, let me get to
Yes.
this. You did one of the classic rants of all time about badminton, and it's still being talked
yeah.
about.
Every
love it.
Summer Olympics that comes up
Comes
again.
up about
I love it.
badminton.
Yeah.
What? And it was just you were trying to kill some time, and you just riffed it.
Yeah, we
That
were.
was stand-up comedy right there.
Yeah, your ass is funny.
I'm not. I can't do it professionally, but
You had
yeah,
to do it clean, off the cuff.
I had to do it. Yeah, and it wasn't. I had no notes or anything like that. It was,
Incredible.
it was a funny.
You're naming kids in the neighborhood, and
and that
I
was all
laughing.
real.
I was like,
go look that up,
I was
people.
like,
It's funny.
man, what is
Yeah.
this, man?
That was
I
my
was like, she's losing her
badminton
mind.
rant that was '84 Athens games.
What year?
84.
What time of night? I think it was like midnight, right? It was like it was,
In the U.S., I don't remember, but we were. Yes, we all of a sudden vamp. You know what it's like to vamp, right? And so what I had originally wanted to do is just show the difference between a Kmart badminton racket and the real thing.
Yeah.
You know how much it sounds different when you knock
Yes.
the strings and
I
everything
was like,
about
oh,
it.
that's interesting, and then,
And then it devolved.
Yeah.
Then I
great.
went on to what it's like playing basketball in my neighborhood with my kids, and it
and
just kept
wait,
going.
doesn't the brass see that and go, we need more of that?
No.
See,
Why? That's exactly what we think they
and
need
what
more of that.
What drives me crazy is the reason that people were drawn to the Olympics is I'm excited about the Olympics. You definitely should have people like that talking to the athletes. You definitely should have people like that. That's going to be like if I'm out there reporting and I see them come up, I'm gonna be like, I know everybody want to interview you. You take your second. Take your second. That's right. She's taking a second because she just jumped off a motherfucking mountain. So she's gonna take a goddamn second. So you give her a damn second, America.
Oh, America.
You, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that type of person. Like, and then everybody at home is gonna be like, see, she gets it. And we don't want you to go against us. Like,
Les, I as much as I agree with you, because I've had to do those interviews.
Yeah.
We're live, go get the
God.
And all you want to do is say, do you want a beer? What can I get you?
Hug.
But again, they want, the networks want to be the first to interview that. They don't even want them to walk off the court.
It's so annoying because like the stuff that you could get is so much better than the shit that you're trying to get. Like the stuff that I would get would outweigh that bullshit. I would get everything more than what you think. You think just because you racing to them and being the first one, you're not getting the best interview. You're getting a breathless interview. You getting some bullshit. But let me marinate their ass. Like, we sitting there now, they gonna give me all the hot shit. They gonna give me all the hot. They give me pig's feet. They give me corn chips. They give me cheese on crackers. All that.
What?
Shut the fuck up. I'm talking to Mary.
So you would want to do those interviews, but a
little later.
Little later in the show.
I would wait till they at least come and I would let them go through all of them, and I'd be like, hey, 5 minutes gone, and wipe yourself.
Okay, but what do you ask them when they come back?
Girl, how you feel, girl?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Yeah.
How you feeling now?
You got to follow up about the sport or anything? I'm just asking. What's the next one?
Can I fucking interview the people?
What's the next one?
You're not my boss, though, Lenny.
I didn't go well. I'll be the girl. I didn't, you know what? I didn't do my best out there, but I'm happy to be here.
And you know what? We're happy that you are here, too. And let me tell you something. Your best is better than anybody else's worst at this sport. So I tell you that right now. And you just give yourself for freaking doing what you could do. So how are we going to correct this?
That's what you're asking?
I mean, if she had another chance. Yeah. So what are we going to do next time?
I'm going to work hard for 4 years. And try to come back and land the double axel next time.
That's the killer of those some of those Olympic events, a sprint or whatever, where the difference between first and second place is that.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Well, I remember you telling me that story about how people hate the silver, right? Isn't it the silver?
They
a lot get the gold or the bronze.
Yeah, do you know this? I mean, this is research of Olympians for decades, and what most athletes say is obviously you want to win the gold most, but then you want to win the bronze second, because silver, a lot of people who win silver, they don't think, oh, I won the silver. They think I lost the gold.
Yeah.
If you get the bronze, it means you're on the podium.
Yeah.
It means, hey, I'm still in this. I'm in this discussion. Yeah. I'm among the three best. Mm-hmm. But second best is different.
Oh, if I lost the silver by like 0.1, whatever the nose of the, I would lose my shit.
I mean, that's the gymnast when she was standing there like.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. And I remember everybody getting mad at her, and me as an athlete, I was like, I know what she's feeling right now, man. It's just like, man.
That's not what you trained for.
That's not what I trained for. I ain't trained for this shit. Take a picture, motherfucker.
Do you have a sport that you hate covering? Like if they go, you got to do that one, you're like, no, oh God, not that one.
And I'm going to lose a lot of people here. I don't watch football. I don't watch football.
Thank you.
I can't watch it. I love it. I mean, I understand why it's great. I played as a little kid, but concussions. We've done the show I work on, Real Sports with Brian Gumbels. We did some of the very first stories about
CT.
About CT, about concussions, and now, I mean, the idea, and there's that whole thing is. 70-80% of those players are black, and these billionaire white guys own these teams. It just bothers me. I can't.
How about Olympics-wise as well?
Are there sports I won't cover in the Olympics?
Or don't want to watch?
Don't want to watch in the Olympics.
And then the other way, I don't want to put you on the spot. The other way, what's the one I want that one?
I love figs. Obviously. I love figs. I love figure skating. I love skiing. I mean, I was
like, figs. Are they picking figs as an event?
I was like, figs. Oh, shit.
The figs.
Figs. What the fuck is the figs?
It's called
Whoever gets the most figs in the bag got to climb the tree.
Figs?
I have no
It's called figs, yeah.
Is that 4 a.m.?
Like, you don't like track and field?
Oh,
more?
I love it. For summer games. Track is again.
It's beautiful.
Usain
It's
Bolt.
so-
I got to.
I was there for that too, and let me explain.
She said she loved Usain Bolt.
Let me tell you something. Sitting in that stadium doing track and field, especially if it's a beautiful one, will make you want to be outside for the rest of your life. Everything feels like springtime.
It does.
The grass looks green. Everything feels like summer. It's
colorful.
It's colorful. It's beautiful. People are running. Let me tell you something.
Nighttime.
To see Usain Bolt run,
It's
gorgeous.
It's like watching magic.
It is.
Like
It's a magic trick.
Yo, those people were running. I just remember their faces and the veins in their neck, and they're just and Usain was just like, I'm jogging today. It's like y'all need to run faster, and it was like, damn.
And his stride length is so
Yes,
much longer
it was
than everyone
so
else's. He's so much more
beautiful to
efficient.
watch.
When people make hard stuff look easy, I'm in.
Oh,
Whether it's
yeah.
art or cooking
Yeah.
or sport, I'm in. I want to
Yeah.
watch excellence in every form.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
making it look easy. Making it look easy. You know, you're not straining. You're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
now
like
you
me
got
and
me.
love making, right?
Don't ever put that in my fucking head. I don't understand
Wait,
why
what
you would
was
say
that?
that
I
in
missed
front
that.
of
It's
Why
like
the
me and
fuck
love
would
making.
you say that in front of Mary? Why I was like, what? We had 36. How many fucking podcasts have we had?
It was right there.
You fucking
It was
cracked
right
that crack.
there.
Don't ever what the fuck is wrong with you? You could have cracked that joke any other fucking podcast.
Well, you know, I went for it.
Ew.
That's how it works.
Gross.
All right. Can I ask Mary 100 tennis questions?
As long as it does
I
not
won't do it
involve
again.
your lovemaking. Jesus, man.
Leslie, I'm going to give you a name before I move on to the Olympics. It's one of the big Olympics. I don't know if it was in the Olympics that happened. Do you know who this is? And I know Mary will know. Venko Bogataj. Does that name mean anything to you?
Venko Bogataj. Okay, I'm going to take a guess.
Okay.
Okay, either skating or tennis.
I'll give you a hint. The agony of defeat.
Oh, then that was hockey.
That's a good guess.
That's a good guess. It's
Remember Wide World of Sports?
I
That
remember
ABC,
that.
you're a little kid cross-legged watching Wide
remember
World of
that.
Sports, and and they're showing all these great sports, and then they say the thrill of victory, and then the agony of defeat, and some guy is going down.
the ski.
And he's fucking like being turned into a folding chair
Yeah,
by
That's
the
Venko.
snow.
That's
Right.
Venko.
Is
That's
he still
Venko.
alive?
He is still alive, I think.
How many bones
He's like
did he
90.
break? I remember that.
It wasn't. He broke something, but I don't think it was as bad as you would think it would have been.
I
It
remember
looked
that.
like he really wasn't that good at it. It looked like somebody was up at the top of
And just fell
and
down.
just said, "All right, Venko, I know you've never done this before, but you got this. You got this, bitch." I mean, like, how hard can it be, Venko?
I think.
No, he was actually pretty good, but
Yeah, he was good.
That's how it. And people don't know his name.
Yeah, his name.
Lenny, of course.
Of course.
Mr. Nerd over here.
That's
knows
right.
his
He's a
name.
fucking
That's right.
nerd.
That's my Barbeck question. Do you know that
Ew.
guy's name? I do. Let me go backwards. Your broadcasting career. Your dad. Listen to this, Leslie. Her dad was a great artist, worked in an ad agency, and the storyboards showed you how to tell stories. And
That's
that
true.
sparked your interest in storytelling and journalism.
Nice.
He used to take me
That's
to commercials.
incredible.
He was an art director.
Yeah.
So he would get those. Yeah, he would those storyboards. He would set them up, and every shot, close-up shot. They said, and I just thought he was the coolest guy. He's still around. He's 97 years old.
Wow.
I was with him 2 days ago. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
and my brother's a novelist. I mean, he's a storyteller. My sister has done some acting.
How many siblings you have?
I got my brother's 15 months older than me, and my sister's 4 years younger. And they're they're great Americans.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they're,
three of them.
and they're
Yeah.
artistic as well as
And
storytellers.
my son's an actor.
He is?
Anthony Bowden is a very fine actor.
Ah.
So,
Anthony
yeah.
Bowden, why that sound familiar?
Bowden, no, I don't think you've heard of him yet, but hopefully.
What do he look like?
He's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. I'll show you. He's beautiful. He's beautiful. And my daughter, and I got my daughter has just made me a grandmother for the second time.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Cute kids.
Mary, you
Yeah,
having life.
I got something close to a life. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it. I'm very lucky. Very lucky. What else do you want to know?
I want to know well, we'll go back to tennis because I could ask 20 million tennis questions. But when you switch over to tennis, so you return, like you're 23 years old. 24 years
my
old?
knees, I was riding on rims.
Was
so
it because...
Did you have to have surgery?
Yeah.
4 knee operations.
Oh, wow.
Jesus wept on the
And you
cross.
didn't want to come back, or they
I'm
didn't do
too scared.
surgery like they can do now?
Yeah, they were using they were
Don't tell me.
they were using the jawbone of an ass to cut into me. That was a long time ago.
So how do you transition? You're like, you didn't go to college. You went to professional tennis.
I didn't go to college because I knew college tennis, 4 years of hardcore tennis was going to blow out my knees.
Right.
And they were already bad in high school, so I figured,
So now, is there a moment where you're like, and then how do you
now
transition?
what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I'm 23 years
Yes.
old. I'm unemployed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then how does it magically turn into this great tennis broadcast?
Some guy, a producer, USA Network was just starting to show women's tennis. They had gotten a contract for women. And this guy had heard me at Madison Square Garden. Earlier in the year, the WTA, their end of the year championships used to be at Madison Square Garden. So it's only the top 8 players in the world. So I wasn't in that, but my friends were in it. I wanted to see Martina and Chrissy,
Right.
And so I was down there, blowing the suds off a couple of beers, and they were interviewing people all night long, famous people, and now it's the last match. Tracy Austin against Yvonne Goolagong, and pretty much a lot of people had left, but I'm still around, and somebody from the WTA said, "Oh, talk to Mary." So I just I start saying, "Oh, this is going to be a great match because they play so differently, and Yvonne's so graceful, and Tracy's so..." And so the guy who was interviewing me said to his producer, "Let's have her call the match." They were bored. They didn't want to watch this last. It was already 10:30 at night, and I get up there. They didn't even give me headsets. They just put just put a mic in front of me, and I just start riffing.
What?
And,
Nice.
and months later, this producer who had heard it that night said to me, "Hey, we're starting to show a little tennis. Do you want to try it?" And I said, "Yeah." I wasn't.
Oh my!
Natural.
That's how that happened.
You was a natural.
Well, I had beer that first time around.
No, but still, you're a natural. The beer didn't do nothing but just lubricate your confidence.
But
That's
you
all
knew
it did.
everybody's game, so
I did. That also helped too. I knew them, and they knew me back. So, yeah.
that is incredible.
That-
I got to tell you one story about somebody knowing me too well. Martina Navratilova was an unbelievable indoor player. She was playing at the year-end championships, and she had won it for years, and it was a round robin. So even if you lose one night, you're still in, right? So she loses to Andrea Jaeger, this kid who's, good player, but
Yep.
I'm thinking, Martina, why did she lose that? So I said to my producer after Martina lost, you always get the winner. You don't always get the loser. They don't hang around. I said, I think I can get Martina because I really want to know. I didn't understand why she had been playing so badly. So he says, well, try to get her. So, of course, she sees me. We're friends. And I said, can I? And she said, yeah, sure. So I said, what was going on? And Martina said, do you really want to know? And they're like, oh, what have I gotten myself into?
I think I remember
She
that.
said, it was my time of the month. And I'm there, okay. And the producer's like, cut, get out of there, get out. And I'm there, oh God, we're on the air. This is,
Oh my
And she
God.
said, normally I'm pretty good for the first 1 or 2 days, but then but it's a round robin. So anyway, and I'm my producer saying, Mary, get out of this, So anyway, I throw it back Bud Collins. Remember the late great Bud Collins? And another guy. So Martina is very nice. She certainly explained what had just happened.
Yeah.
And I throw it back upstairs. I say, all right, guys, you heard it. Martina wasn't feeling it tonight. Period. You go back to them. They go back to them on the stream there. There was like dead air for about a minute.
But that's your sense of humor. It's so dead on and dry, perfect for
So
TV.
perfect.
It is. They
I don't
need
know.
more of that.
Yeah, well.
Because every woman in the world probably was like,
That's my bad day, too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's when you can know a player a little too much. They share, they overshare. But that was funny.
Well, you did know all these people. You played against them. I was looking up.
I lost to everybody, Lenny. Is that what you're trying to get to?
No. You didn't lose to everybody because I have when you won the 1977 French.
I did.
Yeah, the mixed doubles with Mr. McEnroe.
John McEnroe was 18. I was 20.
You were 20.
I was 20.
It's
It was
unbelievable.
his first major title. It was my last.
Yeah, still amazed. So what was that like? You're in
Wait a minute,
France.
you played with him? Or
I played
against
with
him?
John McEnroe.
John
We
McEnroe.
grew up 3 blocks away
Wait a
from
minute,
each
it was
other.
mixed doubles?
Mixed
Yeah.
doubles.
Do they still do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You just don't see it because it's not as
it's-
high profile.
Yeah, it's actually a fun event. Men and women, on one side playing against.
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3
2
sets.
out of 3 sets.
Do you
It's
remember
a-
who you beat?
You've never heard of these people?
No.
Ivan Molina and Flory Mihai.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, the fact that you remember
Well,
that.
I didn't win too many majors. Of course, I remember.
But wait a second.
I
Then
remember every point.
you guys
Man,
also...
John, take everything. Don't make me serve.
Oh, wow.
And John was already great. He was only
already great.
18. And a
Yeah.
couple of weeks later,
Yep.
he became John McEnroe because he started the qualifying and got all the way to the semis of Wimbledon.
Yep.
Yeah, then he was telling me the difference between what is like the guy who plays the net and the one that plays.
Yeah, he was a serve and volley.
Yeah, serving volley
Yeah.
guy. But you...
I'll be calling the French Open with him for NBC, and he
amazing.
serves and volleys from the booth too.
Yeah, he
the
liked
best
my legs.
announcers. The best announcers. I prefer the ones that attack. They're
Right.
there are some former great players who they played from the baseline and they call tennis from the baseline.
Oh.
Come on, get serve. I
Give
serve and
something.
volley too. Yeah.
Yeah, I caught him staring at my legs once.
Who?
John McEnroe.
Really?
I was like, "You like those legs there, Johnny?"
Yeah. Wait, where was this?
It was at some gala or something. I did have them out. They were beautiful. They were nice. They was nice and oiled up. And I know he was like, I was like, yeah. Hey, I know he was looking like I could risk it all. I could risk it all here.
Oh, man. So you guys played... Well, I'll go back to your relationship in a second, but I want to tell
I
you
want to
this.
hear more about
You
that.
want to tell...
No.
You want to tell more about your legs?
No.
Okay.
Wait. So you guys go from the French, you go play Wimbledon same year, but now it's not, Ivan and Florenta. Everybody's coming out to play that event.
Right.
Why didn't Betty Stova and Fru McMillan and Dennis Ross, why didn't they play the French?
Because they were playing World Team Tennis.
Oh.
And at the time, World Team Tennis was a rogue maverick league, and the ITF, the International Tennis Federation, didn't want them to take their weeks, and the calendar. Yeah. So,
I see.
So that's why. But everyone showed up by Wimbledon.
I would have loved to have seen this match. You and John play Dennis Ralston and Martina.
Navratilova. Yeah, in the
quarters.
John had just lost in the semis of the singles to
probably
Jimmy
thrilled.
Connors.
Yeah.
And then our buddy, the late great Vitas Gerulaitis, was playing Bjorn Borg. And now we've got to go out to court 2 and play a mixed doubles quarterfinal. And John's a little down. But, if he's down, we're not going to win. But so we're playing Martina and her partner. And Dennis at 8-all in the third. We were going to win this. We had a shot at winning it, and we're still trying to listen to what's going on center court.
my
The announcer, we're hearing that's going into a 5th set. It's killer. He's our buddy. We all grew up together. And at 8-all in the third, Dennis Ralston, he just nailed me in my knee, and it had a bandage on it at the time.
Oh, my
and I went down on at night. The grass gets slippery. It's it's dangerous. The juicy it gets juicy at night. And I went down, and John ran over to make sure I was okay. And I said, yeah. And he says, "You're an asshole." John, you if you knew him, you would love him.
Oh, yeah.
And for the
Yeah.
last 2 games, instead of trying to win the match, John was just trying to get him in the nards. So we lost that one. I swear to God.
You guys, that's crazy.
Goose.
So wait.
I could just see him like, goose.
Oh my God. That's what we did on our tennis team. Like when we in high school,
That's what Lindy
I had
said,
no
yeah.
idea that was a thing. And then these guys, my senior year, I just want to get my Richie Cunningham sweater with the big O for Oceanside. So my dad makes me play it. And I'm playing against these kids. One kid served exactly, McEnroe was his idol. He was in 9th grade and he'd served the lefty serve and he looked same kind of big swing lefty. And he killed all the seniors. He was in 9th grade. I'm like, I'm done. These guys. So I played doubles. I played third doubles on a thing. And what would happen is the fights would break out because when they would get mad at each other for whatever reason, I don't know, you're on one side of that, everybody would start shooting for the other guy's nuts.
Yeah.
And that was a thing.
It's a legit
So I became
move.
pretty good at shooting a guy in the nuts.
Tell me the time that you did it.
My dad drags me every
love
Father's
this
Day
story.
to play these old dudes. They need a 4th. And I'm, I don't know, 15, come play doubles, but they're all in their 60s. I don't want to play with these guys, but it's Father's Day.
You gotta do it.
I get up at 9 o'clock in the morning Sunday. I can't even think straight. No 15-year-olds getting up at 8:30 to go play tennis. So I'm playing with my dad, and he plays the baseline or no man's land, whatever he's playing. I'm playing the net, and I'm hitting everything, and they're all getting mad. Now there's a guy on the other team getting mad at me. Like, you gonna let your dad play? He doesn't want to lose. You're gonna let him play, or you're gonna take everything? And I'm looking at my dad like, tell him to shut up. Why is he doing that? And he's like, oh, you gotta get. And I'm diving all over the place, and we're winning. And he's like, oh, are you ever gonna let him? I'm like, I'm done with this guy. They serve. He's playing the net, and I fire one, and I hit him right in the nuts. And my dad's, and he's like, he goes down. It's a whole event. My dad's looking at me like, did you do that on purpose? I'm like, of course I did it on purpose. He's telling me to shut up. I told him 10 times. I told you to tell him 10 times. And he goes, you have to go apologize. And it was one of those 15-year-old apologies. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. And he's leaning over. He didn't say another word.
He didn't say another word.
I would have been like, I'm sorry I hit you in the nuts. I'm sorry that happened.
And then, of course, we get home, and my father's telling my mother, he's nuts. He's crazy. He hit Marvin right in the nuts.
Listen,
Marvin had it coming.
But see, this is the thing, though. Lenny telling you that story, that's the worst thing Lenny's done in his whole fucking childhood. No,
That's
real
probably true.
talk.
That was it?
Sometimes,
That was it.
No, real
was it.
fucking talk. Every time I be like, oh, I think your sister, I would understand why your sister fucking hates you. You fucking goody
That
two
was it?
shoes. Because
I was a goody two shoes.
this was his logic. I was like, you didn't. He was like, I just didn't want to I didn't want to get in trouble.
I didn't want to get in trouble with my
You're a
parents.
nerd.
I didn't feel like
I'm not even a nerd. I was a good kid.
I didn't feel
you're a
like
good
it. I
kid.
was like, oh, go fuck
My
yourself.
sister would get in trouble. You want to get in trouble? Why
my
would you?
God.
She was older? She was older?
She's
You're
younger.
gonna when you're laying on
It's
your
crazy.
deathbed,
Yeah.
you're gonna be so pissed that you didn't do
Lot of
something.
regrets.
Oh, I regret it
Lot
now.
of regrets.
You're my rebellion. My stand-up comedy is my rebellion, and then I do what? You know how much
now
trouble
you're
we
airing
do?
it out?
do you-
Now all I do is get in trouble with her.
You were
all we do is get in trouble.
supposed to kill your parents. Do you understand? That is the fucking goal of children.
Don't say that, because I have a child, and she's gonna. I don't want her to kill me.
Birdie's gonna literally take you. to
Birdie?
her.
Birdie.
That's nice.
Yeah.
She's,
What's her real name?
She's so gorgeous.
A birdie.
Birdie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
So gorgeous.
Is she?
We named her after a
Cute
shuttlecock. No, we named her after. No, it was Bernie was my dad. So we went with
That's
Bernie.
very
Bernie.
nice.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, can I ask you what was
Sure.
the Oceanside? What was the name of your high
Sailors.
school?
The
The
Oceanside.
Sailors.
Yeah, the Sailors.
Wow, you guys were scary, huh?
Oh, we were bad.
You were badasses.
We were terrible.
The Oceanside Sailors.
Can you see this
The football
motherfucker
team didn't
scaring
win a
you?
Not
game
like
for
the
like
Pirates.
15
It's
years.
the
The
Sailors.
sailors, exactly. Like
The
they
yacht-
come out
the
with
yacht people.
They come out with the Popeye clothes on and sit there.
Our
I
football
love
team,
spinach.
god awful white people, kids, terrible until we got one player, Jay Fiedler.
Jay
Is he
Fiedler.
black?
Fiedler has
He's
lived
black?
in Oceanside.
He's black.
No, he played for the Dolphins. He ended up quarterbacking the Dolphins
Yeah,
for a
he was
couple
good.
years.
Nice.
And we sucked for 40 years. And then that kid family moved to Oceanside. And next thing you know, we're passing it all over the yacht.
Oh,
the lot.
nice, nice.
And so they're good now. They're actually good.
The
pretty good now.
Oceanside
The
Sailors.
Oceanside
Oceanside
Sailors.
Sailors.
What was their logo? Like a
It
sailboat?
was a sailor
Like
guy with
Popeye?
a little hat.
Popeye?
It looked like
There's
Popeye,
Popeye?
a little bit.
No wonder
yeah.
you're a
Bitches.
nerd. I mean,
Oh, I swear to God, if y'all would have came to our school, we would have destroyed you motherfuckers. We would have all dressed up like Pluto and said, we gonna fuck your girl Olive Oil, bitch.
I mean, like, whatever. We stink, dude. I don't, But you wouldn't have beat the Mathletes team. I can tell you that right now.
we was the Linwood Knights. We would
you
have
are
killed
the Knights.
everybody,
Yeah.
son.
Wait, you were called the Knights? Even the girls
Linwood
on the
Knights,
team, they
yes.
weren't called like the...
Knights. I loved it. And you know, I went to high school with Suge Knight.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very safe space.
Very safe space. Wow. It was safe for all of us. Shit.
Oh my God. All right, can I ask more tennis questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell Leslie the story about the omelet is closed. Will you tell?
How do you know that
I
story?
went down the deep dive.
You must
I've
have.
been
He's
watching
a
Mary
fucking
Carillo
nerd.
tapes for
a
2 days.
fucking
I love you.
I apologize. So the first time when
I didn't do
McEnroe-
no research, sorry.
That's
I'm
like
going to say
that.
this now as well. And Leslie doesn't. You'll end it with your button, and we're picking this up from now on. Leslie, go ahead, tell her.
So again, McEnroe, it's the first time. I had just turned pro. John McEnroe was still an amateur. We're playing at the French Open. He's playing the junior French Open. I'm playing that's where we played the mix. Anyway, a couple of friends of ours from this little town I'm in. I'm a chick from Queens, Douglaston. 3 of our friends were backpacking across Europe, and so we were all going to. We're looking to get some breakfast, and the only thing I know how to order, even to this day, I've been to Paris 40 years. all I knew how to say is omelette de fromage, a cheese omelet, right? Omelette de. So anyway, so we all ordered the same thing because it's the only thing I know how to, So it's, and the guy acted like, what? And I said, omelette de fromage. So he goes, and he's all pissed off for some reason. He goes back in and he comes out and there's no omelets with him, And so, so John, like, what? I'm still saying omelette de fromage. I'm like, am I really mispronouncing the easiest thing in the world to say? And John says, omelette de fromage, like that. And this poor guy, we didn't know that breakfast wasn't served anymore. And he said, the omelet is closed.
And walks away, and that's the end.
And that's the end. We went somewhere else. The omelet is closed. And that to this day, when I know something's done, something's going out, some match is over, the omelet is closed.
Oh my God.
So we gotta say, from now on, the omelet is closed.
That is my shit right there. Anytime I see somebody bombing, I'm be like, that omelet is closed.
You'll probably throw in an F word too.
That omelet is fucking burning up. The cheese is terrible. That omelet sucks.
I love that story.
It's a true story.
That's so awesome.
The omelet is closed.
I don't understand what was in the water in the 60s in Douglaston, Queens, that you, Vetus, and John McEnroe, all from this place in New York, Long Island, basically, right on the corner of Queens.
He's just saying that because he's from Long Island.
I'm 20 minutes away from them. Nobody was that good in our town, 20 minutes away, she's lighting it up.
Vetus was from Queens too. Vetus was
amazing.
Yeah. It was.
Did you guys know at the time, like, hey, we're pretty good at tennis? And who's gonna? And then you go in the world, and there's a guy named Bjorn Borg somewhere in the middle of nowhere. He's also pretty good, but most of it's happening in Douglaston, Queens.
Tennis was big back then. Tennis was great when I played. It was. I mean,
there was so many
Arthur
stars.
Ashe?
I met Arthur. I knew Arthur. Yeah. Arthur
how was he?
tremendous. It was real.
Oh my God!
What a
That's
gent.
somebody I would have loved to meet.
Class act. But Arthur Ashe and Billie Jean King are like two of my.
Billie Jean King is so sweet. I've met her a couple of times.
She
She's
is
really nice.
She's. I've been lucky enough to know her for a long time.
Oh,
She
wow.
mentored me. I would get pissed at either a network or an association, and I'd take it to Billie. And this woman has been able to do so much for so long and just make things. Her activism was, and I just say, forget it. That's it. I'm quitting. And Billie would say to me, "You got to stay in the room. You can't leave the building and throw rocks at the windows.
You can't do it.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm a rock thrower.
Shut the fuck up. I don't be quitting.
Don't
I don't be fucking
say your
quitting, though.
advice. You need to stay in the room.
No.
and not curse.
No, I'm not going to stay in the room. What I'm going to do is leave the room and burn everybody else up. That's
my girl. There's my girl.
That's a different permutation of Billie Jean's idea. But all right,
because the motherfuckers that's in the room ain't going to get it, and they need to be extinguished.
Well, no, the older I get, the more rocks I feel like throwing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like
fuck throwing them, bash them upside people's heads, type shit. Like I'm tired. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, it's just hard to wow, this is still the same.
It doesn't make sense to me. It's such a raggedy system that is just like so stable but so raggedy.
Yeah.
She is like macaron, no? She has that volatility of John McEnroe.
Billie, she got a
Billie,
bad rap.
Leslie.
What?
Oh, Leslie?
Leslie. Is she like macaron?
Oh, she's a serve and volleyer. Oh, God, yes.
I'm a what?
Serve and volleyer.
You're on
what
the
does
attack.
that mean?
It means you
go forward.
You want to go into the net. You want to. You don't want to counter punch. You want to punch.
Oh no, I want to knock them out. I don't want them to have to ever come back. I want to go bow.
And where exactly would you aim for the guys? Like
the balls. Straight for the balls. Always take the dudes down.
Come on, Mary. You didn't even have to ask that one.
Come on, Mary.
I retract yet another question.
But serve and volley players, where is the Stefan Edberg these days? Like, where is these guys that will go forward? Everybody's playing from the back. Nadal, they've won a billion things from the back.
Yeah.
But which one is better to play, the serve and volley or by the net?
Both.
I mean, it depends. I mean,
and how many people do both?
I think more people. Carlos Alcaraz, watch this young Spaniard.
Yeah,
he likes the net. He's got a nose for the net, man. He wants to.
He's also got a rocket from forehand.
Yeah, this guy is really good.
But which one is harder to do?
Well, on clay, you can. It's easier to win from the baseline if you're playing on clay because it's hard to hit winners on clay.
Yeah, because when you're on the net, that means that you're trying to get the ball right when it comes there instead of letting
you don't let it
slow
bounce
down a little bit.
You don't let it bounce. You take it out of the air.
Okay.
And the thing is, like, some people like Chris Evert, who was pretty much a strict baseline player, even on grass, where aggression is rewarded. But, Chrissy had it in her head that if I get past, if I come to the net and somebody passes me, like her immediate thought used to be, she would say, if I had stayed on the baseline, I would have won this one. I would have won this point. So, but you have to know going in, you're going to get passed, you're going to get lobbed over your head, but under pressure, would you rather be at the net hitting a volley or on the baseline trying to pass somebody?
True.
I would prefer the net. I lost either way, but that's where I wanted to lose from the net.
You prefer the net, because I'm thinking, was they able to get those shots when it would volley over them and then they would hit it between their legs type shit?
Just good.
That's amazing stuff.
So what player is that? Is that
a
net
lot
player,
of players?
Or is that,
well, usually you hit between your legs on the baseline. You're chasing down a shot and you realize you've either overrun it or you've run. And so the only thing you can do. Some people do it just for because they can do it, but that's how you hit it between the legs.
I've seen more people try to do that, Leslie, and hit themselves in the nuts.
Yeah,
I've seen. Don't try it.
Wait a minute,
I can't believe how often we're talking anatomy on the show.
It happens all the time.
Who is the new black guy that's doing the crazy? Like he's just goes.
Ben Shelton.
I like him.
Who does she show?
She's thinking about not Kyrgios or
Kyrgios
or
he's the Aussie guy. Yeah, he's nuts.
He's nuts.
I love him.
Of course, she's thinking of Guy Monfils. That's who she's talking.
Oh, Guy Monfils.
He's dark skinned. He's gorgeous, and he's just goes.
That's the guy.
And he takes out.
That's her guy.
I love him.
He's good. He's good. They just had he
breaks down everything. He cracks in the semifinals every time.
Well, really?
Well, he's older now. He's not going to play much longer, but he's a delight to watch.
Maybe we're not talking about the same person.
No, that's the guy.
No,
I think she's talking about Kyrgios.
Oh, maybe.
Kyrgios.
Pull somebody else.
He's of color.
I could tell you because I've been seeing him on Instagram.
He's.
All right, keep going.
All I know is
he's wildly talented. It spills out his sides.
Yes,
but he's always getting fined and thrown out
because of the stuff he's doing. Is that it's and why is it
legal?
No,
because he cracks rackets and throws chairs. He's
so did John McEnroe, but did he get fined and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh,
are you kidding?
Oh yeah.
This guy.
Yes,
Nick Kyrgios.
No, it's.
Guy Monfils.
I know who she likes. Yeah.
Try give her Nick Kyrgios.
Let me see it again. God.
This guy, it's on your screen.
No.
I think this is.
This is not who I'm talking about.
Oh, it is. All right.
But he's cute though.
She likes psychos. Yep,
I do. It's not.
You don't want it. You don't
These guys are nuts.
I like
Nick Kyrgios is nuts.
Net players.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean he's nuts?
Same thing. He's got all the talent in the world, but then when it comes down to it, he will cry. He's talking to himself. He's talking to the crowd. He's talking to.
Get over yourself.
He's got to calm down.
She would love. You would love watching him.
Love him. Yeah.
You've been out to the U.S. Open a couple of times.
Yeah, but I be having a lot of shit to say, so I don't go no more.
Why?
Because it's just be like I don't like the refs. I don't like them sometimes.
The chair?
I don't like the way that they judge the men's tennis opposed to the women's tennis. I just don't like it. The men's they can do anything they fucking want. They pull it fucking draws off and ring them off and shit and put them back on. I done seen them do some stupid shit. But women do stuff and they just lose it. Like, it's supposed to be some type of etiquette for women. Like, they're supposed to be, like, in the little tennis outfits and shit.
Well, the problem is men can take off they can change their shirts on the court.
Yeah, but
women can't do that.
Yes, we can. Who the fuck said we can't? Who the fuck said we can't? What if I had a bodysuit under there and I pull my shirt off and then change it?
Can you make sure I'm there when that happens?
It's fine with me.
That's
Wimbledon might have a problem.
But if I have a shirt on under the shirt?
If you
That's
have a
so
shirt
fucking
on
dumb.
under the shirt.
That's dumb because it's hot out there. It's hot. And I'm going to tell them it's hot. What the fuck? Fuck?
It is.
Please join the tour. Please join the tour.
Don't fucking look. Don't fucking look.
Oh my God!
There you go. And speaking of brassieres, women, because you're only supposed to, if you leave the court for a change, if you have to go to the bathroom during a match, whatever, you're allowed to. But for women, just think about this: women have to change their dress, and they've got to take off a wet bra. Yeah. And that, you know what it's like. It takes time.
But that's why you got to have the one that you're going to have on for the whole day. There's a body, you just going to have to, there's one that you could put up under the body shaper. You just going to, and then get the ones with the tight draws that you can pull down, cause have somebody design it.
Well, I have seen you,
I'm a design a damn tennis outfit.
but when you come off a stage, when you've done your stand-up, you are soaking wet.
Yeah.
I mean, is that from just
It's from-
emotion, nerves? What is
it's
that?
from me. Fucking. First of all, I've always been a sweater. Always, all my life. Always been my mom sweated and my dad sweat a lot. Maybe I got that gene, but I always sweat a lot. And I work when I'm on
Yes, you do.
stage.
She works.
I work, and I'm
Yes, you
not
do.
just physically working. I'm mentally working
course you
because
are.
I really am emoting everything. So when I come off, like I like to leave it all. Like you know how they say leave it. I like to leave it. I have this thing where I'm so afraid to not, I'm going to go up one night and not be the Leslie Jones that somebody came just that one night to see me. You know, it's like, yo, this is the one night I get to see Leslie Jones, and then I wasn't funny or I wasn't Leslie.
That's a great point. But athletes had that too. Joe DiMaggio used to say that,
Famous.
like he would not, like
He said somebody came to see me for the first time today. And then Joe DiMaggio, Lenny, I'm sure knows his story. He was still playing pretty well, but he decided he was going to retire that season. And people would say to him, why? Why? I mean, you're still hitting. And he said, I'm not Joe DiMaggio anymore.
I mean, I think Jordan said the same thing. Jordan was like, I don't want to be not Jordan.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Everybody wants to go out on that. I mean, I give it up to Brady. To me, I give it up to Brady. I know everybody be mad at Brady or whatever, but it's like, this motherfucker love football. Let him play until he fucking die. If he want to do that, let him fucking do that. It's your preference. You know what I'm saying? For me, I will be doing comedy until they draft. It's a good chance I'll die on stage. It's a good chance I'll be on stage and be like, and for my closer.
I'd be like,
So are you funnier now than you've ever been?
See, now me and Lenny debate on this all the time. I think I was funnier when I was younger. But
Why?
Lenny
Why
said,
would that be?
Because
Fresher,
I was,
you mean?
Yeah, I was just crazier. I was more bats out. Now I'm a little bit, I got a little bit of not censorship in me, but I got a little bit of sense in me and a little bit of living and a little bit of empathy and a little
You
bit
must see people. That's of course.
I see people different. I see situations different.
she's also got. Back then, it's so raw and new.
Yeah,
it's just
you go for it.
Yeah,
you just
go-
swing for the fences.
And I don't know that you're necessarily tuned to what you're doing up there. You know what I mean?
I'm not too much. I still jump off the fucking balcony, but
Yeah.
this time I put my knee brace on. You know, before I didn't used to put my knee brace on. I would just be like, "Hey, just throw me the parachute." Foosh.
It's more romantic.
I'll catch the parachute when you throw it. You know,
Like Federer is a better player than he was when he was 18. You know what I mean? So, but when he was great. You know, he was great. He's still winning when he's 20, whatever. But
Right.
and he's still winning when he's 35. But he's definitely a better tennis player
yeah, because
when he's 35.
I think about the 3 years, when I won this contest at 3 years, and I thought I was like the baddest bitch, but this bitch would go back and tell that bitch, you better get your ass back on stage. You ain't funny. Like you still got a lot to fucking learn. You know what I'm saying? I would still be like, you funny and you should be doing this, but no, you got work. You got work.
see.
You can win. Here's an analogy. You can
Hold
win
on, are you
different ways.
funnier now than you've ever been?
Yeah, for sure.
Lenny's not funny.
He's not funny. I mean, what are you taking the night off, Lenny? What?
The fuck? No, Lenny funny.
Are you really? Now, why are you funnier now?
Why am I funny now? I don't know. I just have more things to talk about. I talk about deeper subjects
I see.
now. Back then, when you start off, especially, I was a little more savvy in my 30s because I started when I was 30. I started later. I have a little bit of a backstory before that. But I had, now I'm like married. I can talk about my wife. I can talk about kids. I can talk about, life as, I know life now. Back then, if you watch kids in their 20s, they can talk about two things, sex and drinking.
Yeah. That's the same act.
But this is the
Same act.
this is the rule though. And I tell this all the time. When you're doing anything, you start at toddler stage. Your first, your second, your third, fourth year is going to be about doo-doo, penises, and sex. It just is until you fucking start getting brave enough to actually talk about the shit that has some.
You're also
staple in your life.
relaxed.
And talk about yourself.
Yep.
So you start on a tricycle.
You started on a
And now you're on a unicycle.
All the jokes, like I could go back to my sets and probably pull a couple of jokes that I could do now, but I'd be like, like there's a joke I was like, yeah, I can't do that. No, I'm not even that person anymore. I don't
Right.
even think like that person anymore.
Exactly. Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a good question though. See,
That
you're
is a good question. Well,
interviewer.
who's interviewing
She's a
who?
fucking interviewer.
I know.
I'm genuinely curious. I mean, I think that's what.
But that's what makes a good interviewer, isn't it?
I want to know.
Isn't it? Yes.
Yes. And that's why I said about you, Leslie. That's why you guys would be a great show because.
Oh my God, we should do some
'Cause you're
kind
so
of show.
curious.
I would love to stand next to you any day of the week.
I would just want us to go to different countries and eat their delicacy.
Oh God, no.
And I wouldn't eat it, but I would make you eat it.
No, you made me eat it when we were in Korea.
I got to. You know what would be a great show for you, and Lenny could help out here too.
Yeah, fuck Lenny.
You know, you ever Lenny, you're out.
Damn.
It's just me and Mary.
You ever
now.
watch HGTV? Do you ever watch?
I love HGTV.
I would love.
Oh yes.
I would love you to do a
And
show
we
where
already-
you walk in and correct everything.
We already got a name of the show. Switch this shit.
Wasn't it?
Can throw this shit out?
Yeah, throw this shit out.
You've got to do this.
It's called throw this
Yeah.
shit out.
You have got to do this.
Yeah, man. You remember when I was doing the thing during the pandemic, the backgrounds?
Yes.
And that started by accident.
That was great.
I was watching, and I was like, okay, everybody got to do Zooms now. And I think this lady, I was like, does this bitch know what's on her fucking wall behind her? And then I started looking at the different. I was like, wait a minute, these motherfuckers are living lives
I know.
that we don't know.
You always notice when there was a cake in the background.
Dude, no, no, there was this one lady. That bitch was living in a fucking like a after hours lounge because it had this like library rickety. I was like, where does those rickety ass stairs go to? And
have
bitch,
heard
this
that.
is in your house, bitch. And what about the dude that he lives in the past, but he keeps quantum leaping to tell us information? All this motherfucker he got all of Benjamin Franklin's furniture. I was like, that's Benjamin Franklin's.
Yeah, that's.
It's so good. It's just so good. And then this is what I was loving is when I would start doing it and then they would start correcting shit in their background. Like one guy was like, I love the way you do the flowers. The flowers are beautiful. I love the blinds. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And so every time he would have beautiful flowers. Then the dude with the ties, he would make sure he had a good tie.
Yep.
And it was just so funny.
Yeah, people listen.
Then this one girl, she did an interview and I said, bitch, where they got you in the fucking basement? The fuck? The next interview, they put her in an office.
No, you were correcting them, and they were listening.
It was so hilarious.
They were listening.
It was one of the funniest things. And Room Raider was like, oh, is she trying to... They're like, fuck off. Don't nobody even see your face.
So wait, what's the name of your HGTV show?
Throw that shit out.
Great. Perfect. Leslie, ask Mary one more, and then I got one more. We got to wrap it up. We've been told from Judith.
Yeah.
What?
Go ahead. Ask her one more question. You got one more wrap it up question for Mary?
Yes,
Go.
actually. Mary,
Yes.
you need to find me a husband. Boyfriend. I almost said horse. But
Do you want a pony or do you want a? I don't understand why. I don't understand why you need help with anything.
child, because men scared of me, you need to be standing there going, she's cool.
Because she's a serve and volley player.
'Cause I'm a
and they
serve
play
and volley
baseline.
Yeah, but
And they
that's,
pay
I
the-
find that very attractive.
Yeah, but see, I can't date you.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well,
Shit.
All right, my last.
believe me, I'm entertaining. I mean, we
no,
would have laughs.
Oh no, you'd have a
laughs.
good catch, but you ain't got no dick.
All right.
I mean, you might have a dick.
we always have to end the show like this?
No, we do not. I'm going to ask a real normal question.
Oh, that's too bad. All right.
All right.
Ask it anyway.
You've done everything. Your life is the full great life. If you read it, is there a memoir coming, or you've been everywhere, done everything? You've actually written books, but I don't know if you've written a
Those
memoir.
were just tennis instructions.
That's right. Connected
you
with
gotta
people,
write a memoir.
raise children. Now you play with your grandkids. You stay above the fray. You've done our show. I don't know what else there is to do. What is left for Mary Carillo? What do you want to do? If I said anything, do this.
I'm a storyteller. I want to keep telling stories.
Well, write the Mary Carillo book. Wouldn't it sell?
First of all,
These stories are great. Omelets.
but like the real, they always want like the goods,
Ugh.
They always want the inside. The only reason I know stuff is because people know I'm not going to write about it.
Well, maybe
I'm not
that's
going to
the
say it
angle.
on the air. I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
I get that.
Like I'll
I
ask somebody something, and they'll say, "Is this off the record?" And I'll say, "Pens down." And I won't use it. I won't quote them. But I will know for the next time I watch them play
That you'll have that in your head.
I'm
but that's
dumping my coach. I'm
respectful.
not. You got to
That's
be
respectful
consistent,
as
and
hell.
you got to you got to earn some
Damn,
trust.
you're going to take some shit to the grave then.
Yeah.
You should just write it out
just-
for yourself.
I'll write it from hell.
So somebody can accidentally find it.
Write it and publish when we're all dead 50 years from now.
Yeah, like write it and then put it in a secret place
your
and then tell somebody,
grandkids.
like, die, to be on the deathbed and
Yeah.
be like,
Look in the tree stump.
I wrote a memoir. It's in a tree stump
Yeah.
by the tennis field that Arthur Ashe bought when he was in high school.
So what, Neho? Bye.
There we go. All right. Now I know what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
What do you want to do? Is there any project?
Yeah,
Whatever
I mean, there's always stuff to do. I want to be on Leslie's
Let's do it.
HGTV
I
show.
wanna do
I think
that.
that would be hilarious.
You should, but you would be the straight person though. You would come in and you was like,
I can play straight.
Like it could be like we're going to help people, you know.
Exactly.
And then
We're only here to help.
And then I'm here, and then people been trying to tell them what to do, but they don't want to listen to them.
Exactly.
So then they have the design, and they was like, "I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to call Leslie in." And then I come in and I be like, "Okay, first of all, we getting rid of this shit. No, I don't want to hear your fucking excuse about your fucking grandmama. Put that shit in the grave with that bitch. No, nobody's gonna do this figurine shit. Get that shit up out of here."
You're
It's a show.
What is an armoire? What do you mean you need to keep this?
Armoire. I cannot say anything. I don't listen. I don't eat shit I can't spell. What the fuck is an armoire? Is that from Star Trek? Is that from Mandalorian? No.
my God.
Get it the fuck out this house.
It'll be a short show. That's about a
One
7-minute
episode.
show.
It's about 7 minutes, and then the couple be like, "Okay, we'll do it." That's right. Then I come in on the reveal like, "See, this looks so much better than that other bullshit you had."
I went completely backwards. So say happy birthday. She just had a birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday. I literally went completely backwards
in
on
my
this interview.
dotage. I'm in my 66. I'm
Wow.
starting my 67th revolution around the sun.
How
I'm
do you
feeling
feel
good.
about it?
I don't feel, parts of me are old,
Okay.
but I mean, I feel great.
You look
Because
great.
I
I'm
like who I am.
55, so I'm just like, oh,
You're weird.
when do I start feeling like,
No, you're not going to feel that way.
okay.
It's very attitudinal. I don't see you slowing down on attitude.
I don't
anytime.
know, man.
She's got attitude for days.
I have loved sitting next to you two.
Thank you so
thank
much
you.
for doing this.
This
This has
is-
been. I love this.
This is
stuff.
this is a good little ball club you got here.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
We really
We
appreciate
love
it.
you.
We
was looking-
love you. We can't.
could
We
not
gotta see you in France. We have to go
We
to France
have
and
to go
work
to
together.
France.
It'll be great.
make them do
Come back anytime. All right.
But for now, this omelet is closed.
This omelet is closed.
As far as I'm
Oh, man.
concerned,
See how she
omelet is closed.
see how she buttoned that up? What a pro.
I love it.
We'll be right back with the Fckry of the week right after this.
Yes.
Welcome back, everybody. That was great. Thank you so much, Mary, for coming in. God, I love her so
Yeah,
much.
she was so fucking awesome.
She is the
That
best.
was a good interview too.
It was. And now it's time for the Fckry of the week.
Fuckery of the week. That's a grammar.
I think it should have been like a train theme. Should I have been a woo
Okay.
woo?
Wait a minute. Woo woo. Fuckery of the week. Choo choo.
Get on board, everybody. We're riding the Leslie train. Is this still going to be train stuff? Go ahead.
I just listen.
Continue
It's more. I literally have been thinking about this the last 3 days. It's like I'm always. How can I put this? I am tired of being perfect, and I'm perfect.
Perfect.
Yes, I am. Anytime that I perform, I give everything that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Any employee that works for me, I do everything that I possibly can for them.
Mm-hmm.
I take care of them. I pay people fair. I make sure everybody gets paid. I make sure everybody's taken care of. Every time. All the fucking time. But what upsets me is when people don't reciprocate that same fucking shit. And then I'm left with, okay, and do I get to say something? Do I get to yell? Do I get to fuss? Oh, because if I fuss, then there's a problem. It's always when people can come back to me and go, well, Leslie, I just really wish that, you would learn how to communicate better and blah, 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 blah. But I want to say, I wish you would learn how to stop fucking up. Stop fucking up. Because I don't fuck up. No, I don't fuck up. And this is why I say that, because I can't. If I fuck up, all of us is fired. All of us ain't got no job. If I fuck up, if I decide to go on stage one night and do some fucked up shit, all of us is out of work. My stylist, my assistant, my makeup artist, my hairstylist, everybody out of work. I mean, you could still go and do stand-up. Great. But we're not going to be doing this shit.
No.
Do you get what the fuck I'm saying?
Yes.
So it pisses me off when I have to give 100 goddamn %, and the people around me sometimes don't. And it's when I say that it annoys me to a goddamn point where I'm not allowed to even express myself the way that I want to express myself. Because I remember us talking, we was walking around, and you literally said this to me. I was like, well, I feel like I can't come off the way that I want to. I can't really be myself. And you literally said this to me, Lenny. You was like, that's a cop-out. And I was like, that's not a fucking cop-out. That's the fucking truth. You can express yourself. Everybody will laugh at Lenny. Oh, Lenny, he got mad, whatever. But see, me, I'm my daddy's child. I'm a sergeant's child. I got his voice. I got his look. Yeah, I'm sorry that I sound like a fucking pit bull, but motherfucker, I'm mad. What? I mean, when shit happens, am I supposed to go, you guys, that wasn't really done the way that I liked. That shit don't fucking work. It never has worked. Because trust me, do you not think that I have not been with myself my whole fucking life? I've been with myself for 55 fucking years. You think I don't know who the fuck I am and what kind of fucking force I give off? You know how many times I've had to try to change the way I talk or the way that I approach? I'm a big ass bitch. I'm a 6 foot tall, loud, big teeth, having ass bitch. Real fucking talk. I'm a goddamn rhino. I'm a fucking elephant. I'll never be a mouse. I'll never, ever be a pipsqueak. Ever. Even on my motherfucking weakest day. Even when I was in the bed sick, you couldn't whoop my ass.
You talking to me?
I'm just saying anyone. I'm just tired. I just feel like it just like I always get like it's a couple of mistakes that's been through my team, and I'm just like, okay, so but then I go off. Oh, people want to quit, or people want to get their feelings hurt. That it's like, yo, listen. If I had the mentality that some of the people have when y'all fuck up, I would not even be where I am. I wouldn't even be where I am if I could have the excuses that I get from people. And when I say that shit just drives me crazy because I could not have had none of the weak ass excuses. So yeah, I'm hardcore. When somebody fuck up, I'd be like, you failed me. You failed me. Cause I didn't fail you. I don't fail people. I do everything I can to fucking come through. I fight for my people, and you seen it, Lenny.
Yes.
We done lost motherfucking jobs, Lenny.
Yes.
From me fighting for motherfuckers.
Correct.
From me tearing assholes out of dicks.
I can't. Why do you have to do that?
So I'm just saying that maybe, yes, maybe Leslie can learn how to maybe communicate better. Yes, maybe Leslie can learn how to maybe put some more sugar on her fucking words. But you know what Leslie's not gonna fucking do? She's not gonna fucking continue to fucking put up with bullshit. I'm not gonna give something that I'm not getting back.
It's a good fuckery of the week.
So there it is.
That was good. Let me ask you a question off of that.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, what do CEOs of companies do when that happens?
What do you mean?
Like, you're the CEO of this big company. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you have nobody to report to. Right. Everybody fucks up under you. It happens in companies all the time.
Right.
So what do CEOs in big companies do?
They jump out the window.
What?
Yeah.
They correct it, no?
No, they jump out the fucking window.
Oh, the CEO just can't take it anymore and jumps out the window?
Exactly, because how much magic do we supposed to come up with?
I don't know. You should go to a CEO convention or
now,
something.
to me, you asking me that question is a gaslight question.
Why?
You gaslighted me.
Why?
So you basically was just like, oh, so what do CEOs do?
Yeah.
They correct it. I mean, don't complain. That's like a don't complain. You're a CEO.
No, I'm not saying it's easy. You think it's easy to be the CEO, but that's not.
No, it's not.
Right.
So that's what I'm telling you.
I'm just asking, what do CEOs do?
Don't shit off my shit, though. What CEOs do?
Well, I mean,
if they have a problem, what they do is they correct it. You know what you...
Just asking.
I was going to call your ass a white privileged ass motherfucker because that's a white fucking privilege
That's
answer.
any CEO question.
Fuck out of here.
All right.
It's not a CEO question.
Okay, so basically, what happens? Well, I'm going to answer it for you.
What happens is they go and they tell the motherfuckers, stop fucking up.
There you go.
Get your fucking shit together or get the fuck out of my building.
Bingo.
And that's what I do.
Okay.
But then it's like, oh, Leslie, I was only trying to help. And And I hate it was completely on me. I hate that. Jay, that's Jay's favorite line. Oh, this one was on me. It's on you, so am I allowed to come and kick you in your fucking stomach? like, I'm just
Okay. Mine's a little lighter this week.
Yeah, that's why you had to go last.
Yeah, I had to go last. Well, you know what? It's a good theme. March Madness. Maybe it's March, Leslie. Mm-hmm. Because since it's a sports-themed show today, and since apparently there's a lot of madness, I decided to talk about the annual fuckery known as March Madness. Leslie, you know how much sports I watch. It's not as much as when I was single, but it's still kind of insane. Every Yankees game, a lot of Knicks, Nets, NBA, Islanders, and of course, all the NFL games, especially Giants, tennis, World Cup. Sports is my first love. What about college basketball and March Madness, Lenny? Hell yes. And not only do I like college basketball, but you know who loves it more? My wife. Gina will watch random games, still watch her favorite teams, North Carolina, the Powder Blue, Temple, where she went to school, and any Philly team because she's from Philly, Villanova, St. Joe's, LaSalle, UPenn, Penn State, and that's a lot of hoop dedication. Gina and I bet on who have the best brackets. That's why you got to get involved at. Leslie, it's a lot of fun. It's pretty cutthroat. There's prizes and trash talk and whining and enjoyment. So you were asking me, how am I doing? Oh, my bracket looked awesome this year until the second these bitches started playing. I am getting killed. Holy shit, Purdue. You have a 7-3 center. You won the Big Ten title. You lose to like the 60th best team in round one. Fuck you. You killed my pool. And you, Arizona, you're the Pac-10 title winner. You beat UCLA and then you lose to Princeton. Fuck you. And you know what, Leslie? No one deserves it more than me betting against the nerds at Princeton. They fucked me. Anyway, I haven't gotten to lunch day one. Lunch, Leslie. And my tournament brackets are like our serious contract situation. A fucking mess. Damn it. I don't mind not winning. But can I get to week 2 with my final 4 teams not on summer vacation? You suck. Arizona, suck my dick. Your state is dumb and your basketball team should be ashamed of itself. What are you laughing at, Duke? Sure, you win the ACC and don't make the Sweet 16. And Kansas, defending champs, get well soon, Bill Self. I hope they fixed your heart because you know what? They broke mine in round 2. God damn it. I lost to my wife again. At least I predicted the Eagles would win the Super Bowl. Don't. I'm done guessing the future, Leslie. I'm going to zen this bitch for the rest of 2023. Whatever will be, will be. Will Leslie get the Daily Show? We'll see. Will Trump get arrested? We'll see. Will we be back on this network doing a podcast? We will see. March Madness. That's the end of the show. Thank you for listening to The Fckry. Just remember, any photos or links to this episode will be posted at Fckry Podcast on Instagram. That's spelled FCKRY Podcast on all platforms. Send us your listener questions to FckryPodcast@gmail.com. Letters and voice memos are welcome. If you want to follow me, I'm at Lenny Marcus NYC on all platforms. And follow Leslie, LesDog. That's LESDOG. 3 G's on Twitter, 4 G's on Instagram, and 5 G's on TikTok. Why, Leslie?
Because I'm a motherfucking G, son.
She's the CEO. The Fckry with Leslie Jones and Lenny Marcus was created and stars Leslie Jones and Lenny Marcus. The show is produced by Judith Cargbo. We love you, Judith. Don't take it the other way. And our audio engineer.
It's not. That's truly. It's not.
Our audio engineer is in Los Angeles is Jordan Duffy. We love you too, Jordan. Don't worry about it.
Judith, I'm done.
Our NYC audio engineer and board operator is Jared. I learned how to use the printer today, O'Connell. Our production coordinator is Abby Aguilar. Music for this show is done by Marina Pais. We miss you, Marina. I love you. This is an Earwolf production.
'Cause the motherfucking wolf has ears.